Moving on to the debt service fund. Here's the fund summary for the fund. Debt service is generally funded through governmental revenues of the town, which are transferred into the fund. The town's debt service will decrease next year due to the Series 2015 bonds being retired. I need to note that all town governmental debt is less than inflation and also less than the yield the town currently receives on its investment portfolio. So this town debt has no balance sheet impact to the town whatsoever, or certainly no negative balance sheet impact to the town.
Vice Mayor?
Here's another place where there's a little bit of misinformation. Some people have been out there saying, oh, the town is in so much debt, and there's been an increase in debt. But having looked into it from our last audited ACFR report that we have, compared to 8 years ago when we were elected, the town is now in debt $15 million less than it used to be. And that's partly due to the paying off of the police pension, and it's partly due to some other debt coming off the books, et cetera, et cetera. So I just want to emphasize this. The town is not in an excessive amount of debt. It has less debt load than neighboring towns. We've actually cut the debt by a fair amount, and all, like you mentioned, all the percentages of the interest rates and things are favorable to the town. So I think it's tremendous that we've been able to accomplish some of those things that we've been able to accomplish and still have a lower debt load than from before, which it makes sense when you combine it with the chart you showed earlier. You know, we had a couple years of some good revenue because of some transfers from the federal government and things like that. So those few years of good revenue were appropriately applied towards long-term liabilities and things like that. And so to make the debt actually lower, it's not higher. Thanks.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, I would fully support and agree with your sentiment there. The town is not overly leveraged from a debt standpoint, and all the debt that we have is smart debt. It's good debt. It was utilized for appropriate purposes and means, the Naranja Park improvements, the refunding of the funding of the police pension, and then when we saw the rate structure increase and rise for new debt issuances, we have not gone out to market, and that's been very purposeful because the current environment is not nearly as favorable as it was when we went out several years ago. So.